Hello, and welcome to Accessibility and Universal Design for Learning. My name is Deborah Goins, and today's topic is Key Elements of Universal Design for the Web. Confirming the accessibility of web pages can be challenging, so review web pages as a test to understand what a person with a disability would hear. If elements are not well formatted, you should be prepared to find an alternative source or provide the website information in a text format as an accommodation. Best practices would include the use of styles for headings instead of directly formatting and using descriptive file names. Today, we will talk about textual elements, visual elements, data elements, multimedia, and keyboard accessibility. Let us first review best practices for textual elements. Most of the standards for web design also apply when creating text content for documents. In a nutshell, avoid directly formatting your document or web page. Instead, use the Styles tool that is available in the content editor. For headings, headings provide a functional and visual organizational structure for textual content. Screen readers and assistive devices are programmed to recognize heading tags to navigate through a document or the web page. Headings follow a nested structure, with H1 being the highest level for titles. H2 would be a chapter or main heading. Then H3 through H5 would be appropriate for subheadings. When considering fonts, use a font typeface, size, and style that is acceptable for accessibility, because they impact the accessibility of all textual elements. Again, avoid directly formatting your text. Use bold and italics sparingly, and stick to easy-to-read sans serif type fonts. List identify common groups of information, but ordered or numbered lists delineate that information when the sequence is critical. For instance, first, second, third, or step 1, step 2, step 3, etc. Most often, though, the sequence is not essential, so you should use an unordered or bulleted list. Hyperlinks need to be changed to a descriptive wording instead of a URL address. It is important that underlining in your text is only used to denote hyperlinks. Find a well-formatted original document that was scanned with optical character recognition format when creating a PDF. If you have access to Adobe Pro or DC, use its accessibility checker to confirm that the PDFs pass with no substantial errors. When adding visual elements to your web pages and documents, consider your images, color, and contrast. For images, use alternative text descriptions when the content is critical to understanding the information. Non-essential images need to be tagged as decorative so that the assistive devices will be able to just skip them. When selecting text color, you should never use text just to convey a meaning. For instance, You should not use red for something that is bad or something that you want to stop, or green meaning good or go. Red and green font mean nothing to persons with color blindness. As you will note in this illustration, I have used red font and capitalized and underlined and made bold the word not. If this was read by a screen reader to a person that is not able to see, these elements would not convey meaning to a person. So the word not should not be capitalized, it should not be red text, and it should not be underlined. Color contrast is also important. Your colors should be contrasting so that when the text is sized normally, the contrast of any surrounding elements is a 4.5 to 1 ratio. Data elements such as tables and forms should also be formatted with accessibility in mind. Tables need to have labeled headers, and the reading order needs to be set so that a screen reader will read them out loud in the correct order. Forms must include tags and labels for screen readers to identify the purpose of these elements. Multimedia, such as video and audio, need to be correctly captioned, or text transcripts should be provided. When creating videos, make sure all your videos are closed captioned and under 15 minutes. And if you are using audio files, write out your transcript for audio-only files such as podcasts or videos with visually complex nonverbal content such as Powtoon videos. We use Canvas as our learning management system, so use the Canvas accessibility tools to ensure that you have built content effectively. The tool can be used to check accessibility of Canvas pages, assignments, and its built-in syllabus. Chromevox also has a free add-on tool to use as a screen reader to check accessibility. If you follow these guidelines provided, your web pages will be keyboard accessible and easy to navigate.